Good morning, class. Today we're going to continue our discussion on multiple linear regression. So we started discussing this last time where we were modeling median value of the house using the Boston data set. Okay. And we used this object full model one. And the syntax is use LM function. LM stands for linear model. This is the power horse of regression in our LM. Here you have your dependent variable, and then this is associated with or regressed on the following. So we're using these variables in order to model our dependent variable median value. Okay, these contain all the all the variables in your data. So you can write it this way. Okay, the shortcut is this one. Median value associated with that means all. Okay, for me, I prefer using this so that kitang-kita ko yung ano, no? I can see what the variables that are being regressed. Okay, so this is the result class. You can see the result is a call first to the formula. By the way, the data is DF. It's the same as Boston. Okay, pinalitan ko lang para mas maiksing, it's shorter to write. Then first you have your some uh, number summaries about your residuals. Now, why residuals class? Because sandali class na. Residuals class because residuals will be the basis of our diagnostics. So once we have this model already, right? Now, however, the story does not end there because we have to check if the residuals are compliant or follow the assumptions of classical linear regression model, which we studied before. We said that linear regression model has certain assumptions. Okay, and these assumptions have to be met. Otherwise, if they're violated, then the model ceases to become reliable. Okay, we want the model to be what we call blue class. And what's the meaning of blue? Blue stands for best linear unbiased estimators. Okay, the best linear unbiased estimators. So if there are violations to your classical linear regression model assumptions, then blue would be violated. So it ceases to be the best. Okay? It might cease to be the unbiased estimator. Okay? So, dali class, tatanggal tong earphone ko. Okay. Okay. All right. Then we then we looked at the meanings of this, right? Last time. And when you interpret this class, make sure that you understand what the uh, let's go here. Packages. Nasa mass package siya, no? Mass. Here, mass. Okay, Boston. Boston here. It will always be good to know what the variables mean. So, crime or crime, per capita crime, okay, by town. So, what's the meaning of this class? And it's significant at 0.1%, 3 stars, highly significant. Okay, the p-value is less than 0.001. Okay, and the meaning of this class is that for every 1 unit increase in the per capita crime rate, okay, the median value of the houses in the Boston area, okay, is reduced by around 0.11. Reduced kasi negative siya. Tinara natin median value class. Okay, in thousands of dollars too. So the median value of the house goes down by 0.11 thousands of dollars. Okay, so 0.11 times 1,000, that's around 110, no? 110 dollars. Yung reduction sa median value ng mga bahay sa Boston if crime rate increases by one. So it's a negatively correlated. Crime rate and median value are negatively correlated. Pag tumaas si crime rate, median value of the house goes down and vice versa. Next class, yung zone naman. Ano yung zone? Zone has something to do with ZN as in ZN. Proportion of residential land zoned for lots over 20,000, 25,000 square foot. So, a one unit increase in the proportion of residential land zoned for lots over 25,000 square foot, one unit increase nun, the median value of the house will increase by zero point zero 0.04 thousands of dollars, ceteris paribus. Okay, so that's how you interpret it, no? Itong dalawa, 2 stars. Okay? And then Indus. Okay, wait. Sorry, class. I think I missed out on this. Let me just check, class, no? Control Enter. Okay. Naka-factor pa rin pala sa akin. Factor. Factor yung dalawa. Good. Tapos, again, let me check, class, kung what we did last time. Sorry, uh, we also grouped the age of the house. Okay, Control Enter. Okay. When when I have to move my right hand, I have to use my left hand to lift it up. Kaya matagal ako mag-type. Sorry, class. Control Enter. There. Okay, let's see. Okay, good. I wanted to check if converted na into factors yung CHAS, no? Charles River at saka yung age group. Otherwise, class, if we didn't convert it into a factor, remember, hindi na siya magiging parang categorical variable. Okay, so continuing, class, zoning increases median value at 0.1%, no? At 0.1%. And then Indus, what's Indus? Ilang percent ang non-retail business? Okay? Ilang yung acres, no? So, a one unit, okay, a 1% increase, proportion kasi to, no, of non-retail business will increase median value of the house by 0.01, okay, thousands of dollars. Okay, however, it's not statistically significant. So, bali ito, class, it will be considered as zero. Okay, remember, may mga hypothesis to, no? And we said last time that the hypothesis for beta null, beta 1, beta 2, this is beta 3, the third variable. Ang null hypothesis natin dito is beta 3 is equal to 0. That's our null hypothesis. Okay, null hypothesis siya. And what's our conclusion, class? The p-value is very high, no? Sabi natin, when the p-value is low, lower than 0.05, the null must go. We must reject the null hypothesis. So since p-value is 0.8 practically, okay, we fail to reject this null hypothesis. There's strong reason to believe that the that Indus does not play a role in describing yung median value, changes in the median value. Okay, then we have, ito tinan nyo, class, CHAS 1. What's CHAS 1? Okay, so quick review, class. We made CHAS as a factor. So yung originally ang CHAS, class, no uh, ano ba yung original niya? Wait. Okay, 1 or 0, no? 1 or 0. Okay, so what we did was, okay, anong nangyari class? 1 or 0. Okay, so quote unquote, alphabetically, 0, not the word, no, 0, kasi if you convert it into a word, 0 will come first. 1 is letter O, ito 0. But uh, in terms of order, 0 will come first. So ito class, yung 0 will be your benchmark. So benchmark natin to. Okay. So what did we do with uh, okay, balik ulit ako. I should have run this already. Naran ko na. Okay, narinan na natin 'di ba dati? Here class. Ito, no? As that factor. So initially class, yung data natin, yes or no yun. Yes or no. So no will come first, di ba? So no will be the benchmark. Okay? So how do we set class? DF Chase Charles River as that factor. Okay? And then if you want to identify class yung levels, okay? Ang default niya class yung zero yung magiging benchmark, yung no yung magiging benchmark, tapos yung yes yung magiging bali yung no ang magiging benchmark, no? Okay. And what will happen here is that when you get the output, when you get the result, okay, uh, show ko nga yung DF na variable, okay. Ito class yung hindi ko maalala class yung ano eh. Wait, tinan ko yung Boston dataset, no? Ito yung original kasi. Talagang zero siya, no? Zero. So we made it into a factor, okay? We made it into a factor. Ito yun. Sorry. Here, plus. As that factor, ano? Tapos just to be sure, ang levels natin ng Charles River is no, yes. Although hindi naman kailangan to class kasi mag-automatic class si R na yung no, yung zero will be the benchmark. If you recall class also, one other important lesson, if let's say this is, you have three levels. Diba yung in-study natin last time, Frosh, sophomore, and then junior, and then senior. You have this variable na apat yung year levels. Tapos, uh, sabihin natin 1, 2, 3, 4 yung yung values niya. Year level 1, 2, 3, 4. So yung 1, 2, 3, 4 na yan, hindi naman siya class quantitative. It's best to use that as a factor para makita natin yung differences between frosh, sophomore, junior, senior. So you convert this into a factor, okay? And you don't need to write levels kasi ang mangyayari dyan, yung alphabetically first, si frosh, okay? Siya yung magiging una. Siya yung magiging benchmark. Unless you want senior to be the benchmark, then maglalagay kang ganito levels. Okay? Uunahin mo dito si senior, tapos frosh, sophomore, junior. Okay, I hope I'm making myself clear, guys. Because sometimes you might wish that the benchmark is senior. So lahat ng mga levels, si frosh will be converted with senior, sophomore will be converted with senior, and junior will be converted with senior. So magiging ang benchmark mo si senior. If you want that, then you run mo to yung levels, no? And then identify mo, since apat yan yung level sila, apat yung ilalagay natin dito. The first one should be the benchmark. Kunyari, sabi natin, senior, okay, kunyari SE, comma, F, comma, SO, and then comma J with quotes. All right, I'll pause for a while, class. do we do I make sense? Kindly please chat. Okay, thank you. About the others, please. Okay, good. Thank you. All right. Yung iba, class, apat lang sumagot. Let's wait for the others to give their feedback kung nakakasunod sila. Hello, class? Okay, thank you. All right. Dami kasi hindi nagre-respond kaya hindi ko lang alam kung you're able to get me. Okay, so back here, class. So, how many dummy variables will be introduced here? Kindly chat in the chat box. You have this variable year level, FSOJSE. How many dummy variables will be introduced? How many? Okay. Thank you, Jerry Lane. Three. Three dummy variables. How did you get class D? Three. N minus one. Okay. N is the number of levels. Four tayo, di ba? Minus one. So what does that mean, class? When you run the regression class, tapos factors to, no? Ang lalabas yun sa regression nyo, okay? Ang lalabas sa regression will be, let's say the variable is year level, no? Yan ang variable, no? Tapos finactor natin yan. Tapos ginawa natin senior yung benchmark. Ang lalabas yan, year level F, year level SO, and then year level J. Okay? Ano nangyari kay senior? Hindi siya kasama dito kasi everything, yung values na makukuha natin sa parameters will be interpreted with respect to senior. Okay, kunyari GPA ang pinag-uusapan natin, GPA yung variable na tinitingnan natin. And let's say the estimate here is 0.2 positive. Okay, so this means, or negative 0.2 for example, this means that on the average, the GPA of Frosh students, okay, is lower than zero point 0.2 when compared to senior. Okay? So ang lalabas lang dito class yung non-benchmark. And when you interpret the estimate, lahat yun will be interpreted with the in comparison with the benchmark. Okay. So balikan natin class yung model natin. Okay. So let's go now to ba yun? Ito class, CHAS. Take note class dito, yung CHAS dito, okay, hindi ano pala to structure. What would have happened, class, if we did not make chas as a factor? Anong mangyayari? Okay. So, tingnan natin, class, sa Boston. Ito, papakita ko lang, class. So, si chas, 0. No? All right, let me get the structure of Boston. Structure, Boston. All right. Tingnan yung class, no? Si chas. Integer siya, no? Numerical siya. Numerical siya. Okay? Kahit yung age class, no? Yung age numerical din, no? Okay, and let's see, class, if we run this, mag-run tayo, LM, okay, of median value, uh, shift, and then dot natin, no? Lahat ng predictors, data is equal to Boston. Okay, let's see, class, a difference. Kasi yung ginawa nating regression class, yung kay DF, we converted CHAS and yung age into factors. Ito hindi, class. Tingnan natin magiging result. I-close ko muna to. Yan. Control Enter. Summary natin. Mhm. Sorry. Let me give a name here. Model 1 na lang. Yan. M1 and then tapos summary M1. Okay, I'll run this. Okay. Tingnan nyo, class. 2687, no? Yung CHAS. 2687. Is it different from our regression output here? 2.1 ko. Or is that 2.3? Yan, class, tinan nyo. 2687, ito, 2696, no? So may kaibahan. And then may kaibahan yung ano. May kaibahan yung interpretation. Kasi ito, this is being used as a uh, as a numerical variable, no? Tapos ito, it's being used as a factor. Yung chas dito, class. Okay? Tapos dito yung age, of course, may kaibahan siya. 69292, 62922 to. Dito yung age. ah may difference din, no? Malayo, no? Okay. So it does matter, class, kung if we consider as a factor yung isang variable. Ngayon, let's go here. How do we interpret this now? And now, class, nakita nyo may chas 1 na. Saan ang galing chas 1 na yan? Remember that chas, class, is we converted it into a factor. Ang laman niya, 0 or 1. Okay? No or yes. No or yes. This is our reference variable. Okay? And we said that the number of dummy variables to be generated is the number of levels 2 minus 1. So isa lang yung dummy variable na to. Kaya tingnan nyo class, no? Isa lang, just 1 lang. Kung may ibang option pa yan, class, there will be the number of levels minus 1. Just like a while ago yung sa illustration natin sa year level. Okay? Apat siya, ginawa natin factor. Pag generate natin yung regression model, tatlo na yung magiging ano, tatlo yung magiging variables on year level. Year level F, year level SO, year level J. Okay, since we made senior the benchmark. Of course, you can make Frost the benchmark. Or for that matter, any variable, pwede mo gawing benchmark. Lalagay mo lang as levels. No? All right. Then also Knox, this seems to be the biggest contributor no, to the modeling of MEDV. Pero negative. Ano ba yung NOx? Tingnan natin. Presence ng nitric oxide sa environment, which is very poisonous. No? So sabi diyan, a 1 unit increase in NOx will result into an 18,000. Kasi in thousands to eh. 18,000 reduction in the median value of the house. Ceteris paribus. And it's highly significant. RM is the number of rooms. Okay. So an increase, a 1 unit increase in the room, okay, will result into a 3.82 thousands of dollars increase in the median value. So obviously, kapag may ano, okay, ito class, tapos ito nga pala, I think I discussed this with you last time, itong age class, okay, dapat hindi nakasama yan kasi we already converted that into, okay, di ba kinonvert na natin yan into factor. So I made a mistake here. Okay. So let me copy this. Ito na lang. Copy ko to. Control C. Okay. Sorry class for the error, no? Ito ba? Alright. I think this one class. We removed age group kasi nagdoble class. Age group. Notice that they're not both statistically significant. Kasi similar lang yan eh, no? Age group, old or new kasi, no? Yung 1950s. 1950 and below, old yun. 1950 and above, new. Tapos sinagay pa natin din dito yung age. So, I have a suspicion na merong multicollinearity ito, no? There is multicollinearity of age and group and si age and age group. So ito class kinorek natin here. Run ulit natin to. There. Wala na si age. Pero hindi pa rin statistically significant class yung grouping ng age. Okay? All right. So, uh, we can write now the equation class of the model. Okay, see, intercept class, what's the meaning of this? Intercept means class, this is the value, okay? This is the median value of your house, okay? That has zero crime. Anong zone class? Walang proportion ng zone. Zero is yung proportion din to ng industrial ano, lot. Tapos, who is what class? Who does not bound Charles River? Okay, remember class that just zero is the benchmark. Okay. And what does this tell us? Yung houses, yung houses along the river are 2.714 thousands of dollars more expensive than those that are not in the Charles River boundary. No? So mas mahal yung mga houses dun sa lining along Charles River. Sinox, ganun pa rin, negative, mataas. Room, okay, etc. I think you know now how to proceed. Okay. Now, so we can now create the equation, no? We can now create the equation. Okay. But for now, class, babalikan natin to, no? I'd like us to take a look at another example. So kindly create another RMD file, new file, RMD. Okay. Tapos, no need to load the packages kasi nan-load na natin. Okay. Control Alt I. Okay. So let's now create an object called wage. Alt minus. Okay. Read. Read dot CSV. Okay. All right. Class, since since the wage data set is already here, nakaload na saan natin. Okay, yan, no? Read dot CSV and then open quotation wage dot CSV. Okay. We'll name it wage and then we will load the wage data set here. Okay. So that's how, class, you load data. You can name this differently. And then since it's a CSV file, and then I'm working in my directory, kaya napakadali, class. And let's check. View natin, class, si wage. View. All right, there you go. So we have another mix of data consisting of numeric and and some categorical variables. No? Okay, numdep and our hourly wage. Our variable of interest is hourly wage, class. We would like to model hourly wage based on number of years of education, number of years of experience, number of years of experience, tapos tenure, ilang years na sa office, race, gender, civil status. No? Now let's first take a look at the tingnan natin, class, yung structure ng data natin. STR, wage. Okay. All right. So you have now education is integer, experience is integer, tenure is integer, number of dependents is integer, hourly wage is numerical, and then you have here race, gender, civil status. Okay? Pero character siya, class. So it will be better for us to convert it into a factor. Okay, let me go down here. Okay, Control Alt I. So let's do that. So see wage dollar, wage dollar race, no? Alt minus as that factor wage dollar race. Okay, mali yung that. There, class. Oh, we have learned this, diba? That's how you convert. And yung race class, white at saka non-white yan. White and non-white. Tingnan muna natin before we ano. Table, a wage, dollar race. Tingnan natin class yung yan, non-white at saka white. Non-white 54, white 472. Okay. Who do you think will be the benchmark level here, Chris? Sino magiging benchmark dito? Hello? Sino magiging benchmark, class? Oh, pwede. May question dito. Pwede bang mag-load ng data from Excel? Excel pwede. Pero hindi read.csv, read.xlsx. Okay, pero mas maganda pa rin ang ano, CSV kasi mas simple siya, no? But you can. Hindi lang Excel, other files also. Okay, so sino yung magiging ano dito benchmark class? The answer is si Nan White. Bakit si Nan White ang ano ang okay, yeah. Jerlyn, you're correct. Thank you. Si Nan White, no? Bakit si Nan White? Kasi alphabetically non-white will appear first. It doesn't matter class kung here race si white yung nauna, di ba? It doesn't matter. At titingnan ni Aryan alphabetically sino yung unang mag-a-appear alphabetically which is ordered first si non-white. So non-white will be the benchmark. Okay. How about sa iba class? Tinan nyo nga. How about tinan sa structure? Dito class sa ano sa gender, female male. Sino yung magiging benchmark? Obviously si female, no? Kasi siya yung alphabetically mauuna. And then ilang ilang dummy variables? Isa lang class. White, non-white, isa lang din ang dummy variable. Okay? take, take, take a look at the levels. Kung dalawa siya, -1 yun. Okay? And we learned last time class, how is the leveling done? Kunyari ito class, no? How are dummy variables introduced? Ito class, tingnan natin. Itong white, non-white. Ito class. Bakit isang dummy variable lang? So this one, si Race, pwedeng palitan niya ng ganito. Race. Pwede, papalitan siya ng dummy variable. Ano yung dummy variable class? Ito. So white class, 1 yan. So lahat ng white, 1. Paano yung lahat ng non-white? Yari non-white dito. Yari non-white to, 0 siya. Okay? So lahat ng white, 1. Lahat ng non-white, 0. Kasi benchmark yan eh. Okay? Were we able to capture all the levels? Yes. Yes. Isa lang. Isang dummy variable lang. No? Okay. Mali class yung gagawin natin dalawa, no? Kunyari race white, tapos may race ka pa dito na non-white. Mali yun, class. Ibig sabihin 1, 1, 1 dito. Tapos dito lahat ng ano, may 1 ka rin dito, lahat ng non-white. Sabi natin class, this will yield into what we call a dummy variable trap. Okay? Dummy variable trap yan. So magkaka-errors tayo sa model natin. Okay. And then class, si civil status, single married. So si married class. Siya yung magiging benchmark. Okay. So pag lumabas to kunyari, civil status sa regression natin, civil status, okay, ang makikita natin dyan, civil status, ano, single class. Bakit single class? Si married, since it appears first, siya yung gagawing benchmark variable. Okay, so whatever value you get here will be interpreted in relation with your benchmark variable. Okay. Clear ba class so far? Pasensya na kayo kung yung explanation ko medyo ano ah, really hindi medyo ano. I hope I'm getting across class kahit na ano uh, quite difficult for me. Class feedback please. Are you able to follow class? I would appreciate class some feedback from your end. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Good. All right. Yung iba, okay, thank you. All right. Okay, so let's do now a linear regression model for this one. But before that class, we have to convert Control C, Control V. Papalitan na natin ng mga variables, Control V. So si race, palitan natin ng gender naman to. Convert natin si gender into a factor. Gender. And then save status. Copy ko na lang to. Control C. Hmm. Okay. Remove this. Okay, class. So we're converting the categorical variables, the character variables into factors. Let's run this class. And once again, take a look at the structure of wage. Control enter. Okay. Tingnan nyo class, no? Naging factors na sila. Naging factors na. Two levels daw. Two levels, which means one dummy variable. Okay, let me pause for a while and allow you to catch up if you're, I might be going too fast. Paki-check, yes class, if you're done running yung ask that factor na to. Okay. Yung iba class, okay, let's wait for the others. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your feedback, class. Okay. Let's now do the regression, class. Kasi okay na naman yung data natin, ano? Yung mga factor na convert natin to a factor. Okay. Control Alt I. Okay. So let's create now. Just call it mod 1. Or you can name it anyway you want. Model 1. Mod 1. And then, di ba, LM, no? LM. And then, ang ano natin, ang dependent variable natin, hourly wage. We'd like to model, class, what are the determinants of hourly wage? Saan ba naka-base yan? Pag education ba, pag number of years, mataas yung number of years of education mo, mas mataas yung hourly wage. How about experience? How about tenure? How long have you been in the company? Yung race ba may kinalaman sa ano? Hourly wage, gender, civil status, etc. Okay? So, shift tilde, and then let me just copy here, sorry. Copy ko yung mga ano, Huwag natin ilalagay ng asterisk ng dot lang. Names, wage. Para ko kopyahin ko na lang class. Control Enter. Okay, here. Control C. Okay, ang dali lang ha. Sorry class, magsushortcut lang ako dito ha. Tanggalin ko lang yung mga ano, Control F. Sorry class ha, gawang, gawang tamad kasi nahirapan talaga ako sa ano, sa pag-type, no? Okay, asan na yung, yan. Control F, okay. Replace all. Ang kailangan is i-highlight ko to. Kasi baka in selection lang yung hin-highlight ko lang. Baka lahat ng, ah, yan. Okay? 12 occurrences, tanggal. I'll just Control C, Control V, education, then plus. Kailangan natin ng plus, plus. Asan na si plus? Plus, 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 another plus civil status, okay. Isa pang plus dito, plus, and then comma, data is equal to wage. All right. Tanggalin ko na itong names class. Okay. So we now have our model 1, LM, no? Linear model, hourly wage, regress on education, experience, tenure, race, gender, civil status, number of dependents, data is equal to wage. Right? And then, i-summary na rin natin. Shift Enter, summary. Mod 1. Yeah. Okay. And then I'll run it. I'll give you a few seconds class to catch up. Okay, you should have this there. And then please chat if you're done class, if you're able to run your model. Okay, thank you, Jerry Lane. How about the others? Paki-chat naman please class kung nara na yung model. Okay, good. Good, thank you. Richard, nakakahabol ka ba? Hindi kita nakikita nagre-respond. Sir Camacho? Sir Camacho, are you there? Wala yata si Sir Camacho. Okay, class. Okay, I hope you're able to follow. Okay, so let's interpret this. Ito yung model natin. Hourly wage regressed on all our predictors. Data is equal to wage. Now, tinan nyo class yung yung race. Okay? Hindi nakasulat dito race. Nakasulat race white. Why is that so, class? Why is that so, class? Kasi, remember, yung non-white class, That was your benchmark level. So this one has to be interpreted compared with non-white. Okay, ganun din si gender. Sabi natin, si female yung yung benchmark, si male yung non-benchmark. Ganun din si civil status. Sabi ko, civil status single yun ang lalabas. Okay, let's interpret this. Let's start with education. Okay, so on education is highly significant, di ba? At 0.001, okay, 3 stars eh. Ito, di ba? 0.001, 3 stars, which means that the p-value is less than 0.001. Okay, so education on the average class, for every 1 year increase in education, okay, there's a corresponding increase of on the average of $0.57 increase in hourly wage, ceteris paribus. Hourly wage class is daily. Sorry, wage per hour, kaya hourly wage. No? So hourly wage increases by $0.57, ceteris paribus, which means that all things being the same. Okay, how about experience? Si experience ba? Ano yung dot dito, class? Here, dot class. 0.1. Ibig sabihin, at 10%. Okay, if we're going to be very strict with the level of significance, kasi level of significance natin usually 0.05, no? This is your alpha. Okay? So sabi natin, if your p-value is lower than your level of significance, alpha, we reject the null hypothesis. Otherwise, if your p-value is greater than your alpha, your level of significance, we fail to reject the null hypothesis. Dito class, yung p-value is 0.07. Okay? It's greater than 0.05. But yet, it indicates to us, sinasama dito yung 0.1. No? Significant siya, pero at 10%. And once again, if we're going to be very strict about this will be considered as insignificant. Okay? If it was significant, ano ibig sabihin nun? For every 1 year, but year, kasi experience in years eh. 1 year increase in experience, hourly wage will increase by $0.02, ceteris paribus. How about this class? Tenure. Highly significant at 0.001. 1 year, 1 unit or 1 year increase in tenure will result into a $0.138 increase in hourly wage, ceteris paribus. Okay? Ito class, si race white. Ano ibig sabihin nito? Although it's not significant, no? However, when you interpret this class, si race white, on the average, white people tend to receive 0.11, approximate $0.11 more than their non-white counterparts. Remember class, ang benchmark natin si non-white. So when you interpret yung white na yan, dapat link it with the benchmark variable which is non-white. So bakit ko sinabing more class? Kasi positive to. Okay, so white employees tend to receive $0.11 in hourly wage more than their non-white competitors, ceteris paribus, although hindi siya significant. Okay, how about this class? Ilang class na? Okay, so here tayo, no, class, gender male. So anong ibig sabihin nito? On the average, male employees receive $1.76 more Okay, again, more class because it's positive. More than their female counterparts, ceteris paribus. Okay, so that's an interesting question. No? Is there discrimination? Is there gender discrimination? Because in the data that we're looking at, yung mga male employees, they received on the average $1.76 more, okay, than their female counterparts. And then this one class, civil status. On the average, on the average, single employees receive $0.46 less. Less class kasi negative, no? Less than their married counterparts, ceteris paribus. Although it's not significant, okay? And then number of dependents class, on the average, okay, a one unit increase in number of dependents will result to a $0.14 increase in hourly wage, ceteris paribus. But it's not significant. Okay, so I'll give you a few seconds class to take down your notes. Okay. Okay, class. Paano nga class? Pa-chat nga please kung if you were able to follow. Pati interpretation ha. Kasi importante class yung interpretation. Any clarifications about the interpretation? Kindly chat yes, class. If everything here, everything we discussed here, as far as the interpretation is concerned, is clear to you. Okay, sa race, ulitin natin sa race ha. Okay, let me erase first. Okay, race. Okay. Uh, as you notice, class, this is a factor. And pag factor class, di ba ang original variable natin race lang eh. Bakit siya nagkaroon ng race white? Okay. That is to remind us, class, that you have to interpret that in light of the benchmark. Ano yung benchmark level natin? Kasi white at saka non-white, no? So, si non-white yan. As an illustration class, kunyari, white, non-white, tas may brown pa yan. So, white, non-white, brown. So, in that case, class, unless you define the levels, ang magiging benchmark si brown class, no? Example. Si brown ang magiging ano. Ang lalabas dito ngayon, race non-white, race at saka race white. Ang lalabas dito class sa race. If there were three levels. Kasi 'di ba? Sabi natin dalawang Pag white, non, white, non-white, at saka brown, you'll have two dummy variables. Okay? Yung two dummy variables yan, mag-a-appear dito. Race, non-white, race, white. Tapos all should be interpreted in comparison with brown. Kasi si brown yung mauuna alphabetically. Unless you define the levels. No? Sinong gusto mong maging benchmark. We can do that. So how do we interpret this? Okay. On the average, white employees receive 0.11, renowned ko, no? $0.11 more. Bakit more, class? Kasi positive to. More than their non-white counterparts. Ceteris paribus. Okay, so that's how you interpret that. In relation lagi dun sa benchmark level natin, which is non-white. Okay? Jerry Lane, did that answer your question? Okay, good. Any other questions, class? Okay. All right. So, very quickly now, class, let's identify this. Residual standard error. Ano yung 518 degrees of freedom? We studied this last time. Okay. What's that, class? 518 degrees of freedom. So, yung model natin, class, remember yung degree of freedom niya, df is equal to n minus k minus 1 minus k. What is n, class? N is the number of observations. How many observations are there, class? How many observations? Class, hello. Answer, please. How many observations? Oh, class. Number of observations. The number of observations, class. Kung ilan yung ano natin. Okay. Kikita natin yung class sa wage data set natin. N row. Okay. N row. Okay, we have 526 observations, class. K is the number of predictors. So ilan ba yung predictors natin? Education, experience, tenure, race, gender, civil status, and number of dependents. So that will be 526 observations minus 7 predictors less 1. Bakit may minus 1 pa? Minus 1 to accommodate the degree of freedom lost because we are also estimating the intercept. Kasama kasi si intercept. Okay? But that's why you got this one, 518. And by the way, class, just to interpret the intercept, yung intercept, class, kahit hindi siya significant, sinasama pa rin sa model siya. Okay? So what's the value of this class? Negative 3.389. Although we don't put any physical importance to the intercept kasi class, okay, imposible naman na ang hourly wage negative 3.38. It's just useful for the model itself. So the intercept, class, is a person who has no education, no experience, no tenure, right? Who is non-white, who is female, who is married, and who has no number of dependents. So this is what this means, class. Bakit non-white class? Bakit sinabi ko non-white? Kasi nga class, di ba? White is the, non-white class is the benchmark. So siya yung zero. Siya yung zero. Ganun din dito kay male. Si female, yung benchmark variable, siya yung binigyan ng zero. Okay? So intercept will be the value of your, this is the average value of your hourly wage, given that all of these are all equal to zero. No education, no experience, no tenure, non-white yung employee, female yung employee, married yung employee, and then no number of dependents. Okay, class? Okay, kindly, please, kindly, feedback naman, class, please. Okay, pakunti ng feedback, class. All right, so we can write the final model, class, diba? The hourly wage is equal to negative 3.38 plus 0.5748 times education. And then we skip experience kasi nga hindi siya statistically significant at 5%. And then plus 0.13831 times tenure. Okay, significant to. And then si race class, hindi natin isasama. And then si gender plus 1.759 times gender. And then civil status, hindi rin significant. Number of dependents, hindi rin significant. So that is your model class. Yung mga significant lang. Okay? Clear yung class? Clear? Okay. All right. So is that the final model class? No, that's not the final model. We go now into what we call stepwise regression. Okay, so this is something new for us. Stepwise. Stepwise regression class. STEP. Let's sumulat. Stepwise. That's STEP class. Stepwise regression. All right. How do we do that, class? So let's do this manually, class. So ito yung model natin, di ba? Now for stepwise regression class, dalawang klase. We have forward and backward. So yung forward class, medyo mas challenging yun kaysa backward. So we'll start with the backward. Okay? So once we have generated this output, ang tanong, ito na ba yung final model class? No, hindi pa, no? Hindi pa ito yung final model. What you'll have to do is we can perform what we call stepwise regression. How do we do that? Okay, we identify the best leading variable. So isa-isa natin tatanggalin class, no? One at a time tatanggalin natin yung mga variable. What's the basis of removing the variable class? We look at the p-value. Okay? P-value. Ang question, ano sa p-value class ang may lowest absolute value? Lowest absolute value. Take note, those that are statistically significant, 11, definitely class out of the picture na yan, 6.5. Okay. Yung mga statistically significant class, hindi na candidates yun. ang titingnan na rin natin class yung mga not significant. Pero sa mga not significant, ang dapat piliin natin, the lowest t na absolute value. So hanapin natin dito yung pinakamaliit na t value. And what is it, class? Can you please tell me? What is the lowest t value here? Note, I'm not saying lowest absolute value. So pwedeng maging negative siya, negative t. Pero hindi yan yung ano. Lowest absolute value. Which is it, class? Which is it? Come on, I need an answer, class. Civil status. How about the others? Civil status also. Okay. So, tingnan natin to, class, no? Civil status is negative 1.556. Okay. Race white is 0.2. Sabi ko nga, class, absolute value, no? So, the answer is race. Cannot be civil status because if you get the absolute value of this class, 1.556 yan. Kunin yung absolute value, class, let's decide on that. So, ang pinakamaliit, si race white is 0.257. Among the others, class, no? So what do we do with this? I just introduced the first part. So what we're going to do, class, is gender male class. Copy natin to. Control C. Si gender class, that will now be our living variable. Okay? Comment natin dito. Okay. By the way, class, no? Ang adjusted R squared na 36.19. Now, this means that 36.19 of the variability of of hourly wage can be explained by your model. 36% lang. Okay, now, we'll do what we call stepwise regression. Tatanggalin natin, class, yung variable that's least in t-value. And that is your, ano siya? Yung race, class. 0.2. So we're going to delete race. There. Okay. So tatanggalin si race, class. Let's call this model 2. Okay, it's almost time. Run ko na lang to, class. There. Okay, take a look, class. Wala na si race, class. But notice, class, what happened. Yung ano natin, adjusted R squared, 36.3 dito, 36.19. Medyo tumaas, ano? It increased a bit. Okay? So, last code, class, ganun, class, yung magiging, ano, yung magiging step by step na to. Since meron pang insignificant, class, hindi pa tayo tapos. But let's just statistically, I'll end here, class. Let's use ANOVA, mod 1, comma, mod 2. So what we're going to do here, class, is that ang null hypothesis natin dito, class, is that the one with the less number of predictors is the better predictor, is the better model, class. Yun ang null hypothesis dito. Kasi ang sinasabi natin, hindi mo naman talaga kailangan ng race para gumanda yung model. So that's what we're testing. So we're saying here that ang race ba equal to 0? Ibig sabihin, it has no contribution to modeling your hourly wage. Run ko na to, class, and then we'll end here. All right. What does it say here, class? Model 1 natin, class, kasama si race, no? Model number 2, hindi kasama si race. Okay? Ang null hypothesis, the restricted model, yung mas konti, restricted. Yung mas marami class, unrestricted. The null hypothesis is the restricted model, the one where we remove the race variable is better. And the p-value class is this, 0.79. So it's very high. So our conclusion is we fail to reject the null hypothesis that the restricted model is better than the unrestricted. Ano yung unrestricted model class? Kasama si race, mas marami siya, mas kompleto. Ano yung restricted model? Tinanggal natin si race. Nung nag-ANOVA tayo class, chinek natin, mas maganda ba si restricted or si unrestricted? Ang null hypothesis is that the unrestricted model is better. And then, we fail to reject the null hypothesis na mas maganda si restricted. Ibig sabihin ng class, hindi kailangan mo si race para i-gamitin to explain uh, hourly wage. Okay? So let me stop there. So next Thursday, we'll continue with this. Tapusin natin yung stepwise regression.